Hi. Today I wanted to share my top three tips for improving overall wellness in body, mind, and spirit. So, what I'm going to do is share my number one tip for health improvement in each of those areas. Just diving right into it, the first area of body, my number one tip for improved health in the body is to change your relationship to food. Change your relationship to the food. That doesn't even necessarily mean changing your diet. I mean, that, I'm not going to lie, in most cases is a result, but a result that's not going to last a long time or be very beneficial to you unless you change your relationship to food. Now, if changing your diet comes as a result of changing your relationship to your food, then it's going to last. It's going to be natural, it's going to come about organically, and it's going to be much more sustainable for you and your lifestyle. And why it is so important to change your relationship to food is that food is magic. I mean, food is life, and it's what builds our bodies, like literally from the ground up. From every single cell is fueled by food, by what we take into our bodies. And it's something that is so within our control. Yes, I know that some of us are limited by geography or economics, but still, what you choose to take into your body is very much within your control. And I know that so many of us have the means and have the resources to be making better choices and to be more aware about what we're putting in our bodies, you guys. Our bodies really are temples, and you literally, I cannot stress enough, are what you eat. So if you're eating this dead, negative matter that's just picked up all these like nasty chemicals and toxins and contaminants, not to mention the negative energy of that plant or animal that was treated inhumanely, the person who was involved in that procedure, who was also perhaps being treated inhumanely and has their own problems and, worries and stresses, all of that during the process of harvesting and packaging and shipping and getting your food to you in so many cases has just made your and I'm not saying all this to scare you, but it really has just, I'm saying it to empower you. So please remember that as you listen to this. I want you to know that no wonder you feel like shit. Like, no wonder you have low energy and you're fatigued all the time and you get sick easily and you're stressed out and you can't focus. Honestly, open up your cabinets, and is there more live, fresh, vibrant food straight from the earth, or is most of that food dead and packaged and processed? When you start looking at food as the first line of magic and the first line of health and the first line of defense when it comes to illness and disease, it's incredible. It's incredible the amount of gratitude and appreciation and willingness you have at being willing to go the extra mile, being willing to pay a little bit more for a better product, being willing to spend a little more time sourcing the ingredients for your food, a little more time preparing it, more time sharing it with your family and the people you love, because you know that it is packed with goodness. It is packed with life-giving energy and healing energy. And the change is the transformation is just miraculous. It really is. And do I do the best with it all the time? No. Do I have the perfect diet? No. Do I always make the right dietary choices? No, of course not, dude. I'm only human. But I know from experience that when I listen to my body and my intuition combined with just a little common sense and observation of what is happening in the world around me, and I listen to the results, I pay attention to the information and the results that are given to me and that I experience for myself, it's like a no-brainer. So that is tip number one in regards to improving the health of your body, is change the relationship to your food. If you really are what you eat, if you really are the energy of what you are eating, you want to be on top of you're being your own advocate, taking in things that are worthy of being in your body. The closer to earth, the better, the more contact with love and appreciation from, the start of the food process to growing to harvesting to cooking, the better, the more positivity and awareness surrounding the process is going to really improve your health, your overall health of your body. Number two, excuse me. Sorry, my horse trainer. Hi, Melissa. Number two, the mind. What is the number one tip that I have for people wanting to improve their mental well-being? You guys know this one because I talk about it a lot, I think. That is meditate. You've heard it before. This is nothing new. The reason that everybody says this, the reason why it's so popular and it's so well known is because it works, you guys. And it's just, I know it's hard at first. It is, especially for me, it's not easy. It is not easy. But it gets easier, and then the time, even though sometimes it still becomes difficult, there are difficult times in life that are made so much easier because of a meditative practice, because of a strong practice in regularly meditating. And you have to take responsibility for that. You have to make the time and prioritize the time, even if it's just starting with 10 or 15 minutes in the morning. Set your clock a little early, or at night, make time. If you have to tell the rest of your family, I'm locking myself in my room or the bathroom, and please don't bother me for the next 10, 15 minutes. If you want to do a half hour or an hour, that's great, but don't try to start with something that it's not going to work for you. It's okay to start small and work your way up. You'll want to. When you see the results, when you notice the feeling of inner peace and balance and harmony in your mind, it's worth it. There is nothing quite like pushing through that initial learning curve and that initial hump of man, I just cannot get my mind to shut up. I cannot stop thinking. My mind cannot stop wandering. Stick with it. There are so many resources out there to help you. You guys, there's no excuse to not meditate and to make meditation a regular daily practice. It is so important. And again, am I perfect? Am I a guru, like a meditation expert? No. But that being said, I can tell you that me, that is imperfect at this practice and that still has a long ways to go, I have gained so much benefit from meditating. And that's why I'm sharing that with you as my number one tip for improving the state of health in your mind. And as for spirit, the number one tip that I would like to share with improving your connection to spirit is silence. And I guess this kind of goes in with meditation. It's kind of a byproduct of meditation in a way, but being able to be silent and to listen, maybe kind of two sides of the same coin or something, I don't know, but silence and the ability to authentically listen, not just to other people, but to the environment and the world around you, to listen to nature, to listen to silence, to listen to that space, that gap in your thoughts, in the conversation, in the breeze. Being able to tap into that space is going to connect you to insights and messages and feelings that have always been there. You've just never been able to hear them over the chatter and commotion of pretty much your mind. Yes, you may live in a city, you may live next to a busy street, but if you seek out the silence, if you learn to listen without projecting your own agenda, your own judgments, your own goals, and your own ego onto the environment, onto the situation, you're going to be able to see clearly what is actually going on around you. It's like the blinders come off and the veil is lifted, and suddenly you're like, okay, this is reality. This is what's happening, and damn, it's freaking miraculous and magical and crazy, yes, but Like I can see what's happening, and I'm an intelligent thinking human being. So now I can respond appropriately. Now I can respond from a place of awareness as opposed to a place of emotion, which usually, in pretty much every case, is just something in the past triggering you, and now you're acting from the past but applying it to the present situation, and we all know that doesn't always work out for the best. So I hope you found those tips helpful. I'm really new at this, so I know I'm not the most eloquent on this video thing. I'm more used to writing. I really am comfortable with writing, but talking, not so much. So leave me any comments. Please tell me, what are your top tips in these three realms of being: body, mind, and spirit? What are your number one tips that you would share with your best friend, your mother, your sister, your loved ones, to improve their health and well-being and enjoyment and pleasure in life? Please share, and please let people know if what they're sharing has helped you or inspired you in any way. Spread the love, spread the support, spread the knowledge that you have, you guys. We want to build a tribe of empowered women, and not just women, all people, but we as women have so much power and so much responsibility and honor to help make this world a better place for ourselves and our children and our partners, our spouses. We can do it. I know we can, and I know you can do it. So let me know what you think.